Are you a self-motivator? For me, the answer is yes and no. I hate when people drive with dogs on their laps, by the way, so don't do this. But anyway, one thing that you definitely have to do if you're going to quit your job is there's going to be slow times on eBay. It's just how it's going to be. You can list 100 things a day and add $15,000 to your store every single day and still make nothing for a day or two or 3 or a week. I decided to turn the camera on. I've got quite a bit on my table today, but got me thinking, could I do this as a full-time job? So that's what we're going to discuss today. Plus, I got to pack up a couple things and ship them out. I got an exciting announcement to tell you guys towards the end of the video. And if for nothing else, stick around because the dog makes an appearance. So if you like puppies, let's go. Let's get into it. So if you're new to the channel, what we typically do is we go around and we find stuff at garage sales and thrift stores and flea markets, and we sell it on eBay or Facebook Marketplace. Not what we're doing today. Today we're actually going to talk about a topic while I get some stuff done, because it got me thinking, you know, should you quit your job? Should I quit my job? Is it possible? So we're going to discuss all that stuff. But if you like the garage sale videos and thrift store videos, we are going to keep doing those. There's actually going to be one coming out in a couple days. It's super awesome. Anyway, you can go back and check those out if you want. Finish this video first, but go check those out too. So let's get into the topic at hand today. So there's a lot that goes into actually quitting your job. I personally have not. For those that don't know, I drive a trash truck full time. My wife works full time. We have 3 girls, and what I do is I actually sell part time with my wife and girls. So I decided to give eBay a try. Full part-time, does that make any sense? In January 2023, and I did really well. So 2023 I did great. 2024 I did really well as well. Anyway, whatever. I did really well in 2024 full-time, so we can't quit. Do I plan on quitting? Maybe, yes. Would I like to quit to do this full-time? Absolutely. Is it smart for me to quit? Right now, no. And can you quit? That's the real question. So let's go ahead and get into that right now. The first thing that comes with actually being able to quit your job, this is going to be loud. Hold on. It wasn't loud at all. Are you a self-motivator? For me, the answer is yes and no. I can be, but I really have to enjoy what I'm doing. And I really enjoy this. Does that mean I do everything perfectly every single day? Get all my listings up, get everything packaged out. On time I do, but I just don't do it every day. That's not, I don't know, maybe it is a lack of motivation. I don't know, maybe it is me. But it's also the fact that I work 50 hours a week in my regular job, and I come home, we're super involved in church. I got 3 daughters, they do dance class, they do all this other stuff, a bunch of extracurriculars. So we're always running and gunning and doing something. So maybe I just need to cut out some time, but you do have to be a self-motivator. So if you are, and you enjoy this, go for it. But if you're not a self-motivator, this ain't gonna work for you. That was loud. The next thing to think about is whether or not you're gonna have the money coming in for when you inevitably do struggle. So there are certain times a year. Right now is one of those for a lot of people, the summer slowdown. There's going to be slow times on eBay. It's just how it's going to be. You can list 100 things a day and add $15,000 to your store every single day and still make nothing for a day or 2 or 3 or a week. So that being said, it's a lot easier if you have a second income coming in, whether it be from a spouse or you do have a full-time job like I do, and maybe you're single and you have the time and you want to do this and eventually work into being able to quit. That is something that you could possibly do. But you really do need a second source of income if you're not fully established. And you really need probably, I'm going to say, my wife would say 6 months. I would say absolute bare minimum 3 months of all your bills paid in a separate account. But you really need a second source of income coming in to be able to do this job full time. I would say for the first year minimum. So I was about to put a label on these, but there's a fly, and it's driving me nuts. And it feels like the episode of Breaking Bad where I can't get anything done unless I kill this fly. So I'm going to take care of that. So bear with me. We are about to get back into some stuff. as to, on our topic, and then I gotta throw some labels on these, take these to the store, and then Raylan just called me. She's staying with her grandma this week, and she forgot her bathing suit. So, case in point, I've always got something to do. Whether it seems small or not, it's a 30-minute round trip to bring her a bathing suit. So, let me kill this fly, and then we'll be right back. Somebody tag Bearded Thrift Machine and tell him I see your salt blaster and I up you a fly zapper. These things are freaking awesome. All right, one down. And the second one. And I'm always weird when it comes to poly bags. I always tape across like where they like seal closed. I don't know if I'm paranoid or not, but I've had people message that looks like their stuff's been opened, and this, kind of tells me whether or not it has. So, added protection, I guess. So, back on our topic a little bit. Another thing that you really have to know before you can go full-time and quit your job in this field is that simply listing stuff on eBay doesn't mean you're going to get sales on eBay. You have to know inventory. Like I said, I've been doing this for a little more than 2 years now, and I am just scratching the surface. So you have to either niche down and know exactly what you're looking for and only that, or if you're like me and you sell everything, you really have to know your inventory. You have to know your customer base. You have to know the demand on it. Simply doubling up your money, in my opinion, is not enough. A lot of resellers, especially the ones that you find on YouTube, are going to kind of tell you the same thing, like triple up your money. That's a good, safe way to make sure that you're paying your taxes and everything to cover all your fees, cost of goods, obviously, and then like just all the expenses that come along with it. And speaking of taxes, that's another point that we're about to make. You need to be good with all that stuff. I am not. Laura does all our taxes. She knows all that stuff. I know a little bit, but I know enough to know that if you're going to go into this completely blind and completely ignorant as to what all it entails, you're going to get caught. Not paying your taxes, one, is a bad idea. Two, not knowing how to pay your taxes at the end of the year is also bad. Three, not knowing some of the stuff that you can write off is also going to tank you. So be knowledgeable about it, study it, look it up, get some help. Almost everybody knows some kind of tax person. That doesn't mean your buddy's uncle's grandmother's best friend. I mean somebody that you know, somebody that you trust. Maybe you even want to pay somebody for a consultation. Make sure that you're really doing your due diligence and understand what you're doing. Don't just jump into this and say, I'll figure it out as I go. You see some people do that, and it comes back to bite them in the butt pretty good. So know what you're doing there. You want to go for a ride? Come on. For those who don't know, that's Slinky. We're going to go to the post office. So the next thing that you guys are going to want to know is that this is going to take a lot of time. Obviously, if you want to do it full time, it's going to be 40 hours. Don't expect to get this done in 20 hours a week and make a butt ton of money or to replace like a $100,000 salary. I do it about 10 to 15 hours a week, not including all the sourcing. And I make decent money, a few $100. It's not bad, but this does require a significant amount of time. So if you're not prepared to set that time aside to actually do the job, I forgot my keys. And we're back. Got the keys. Now we can actually go. Anyway, like I was saying, it's going to be a full-time job. If you're wanting to replace a salary, you're going to have to put in full-time salary, time, effort, energy. It's just what it's going to take. So be sure that you cut that out in your day, in your week, and you'll be fine. Most dogs like to go for a ride because they enjoy sticking their head out the window. Not our dog. I'm pretty sure I know exactly why he likes to go for a ride. Let me show you guys real quick. Look at him go. All he wants to do is ride so he can eat the crap that the girls drop underneath the seats. Okay, so I'm going to drop these packages off, but I just have to show you guys. Oh, you all right there, bud? He fell. I have to show you guys what is possibly the cutest post office in the entire world. So it's where we drop off our packages. The lady in here is sweet. I'm not going to put her on camera, but I'm going to show you guys this place because it's awesome. Please. at this place. Isn't it just the cutest? I love it. I love living in Oklahoma for reasons like that. Oklahoma just has a lot of cool stuff like that. Like, look at that post office. I love it. It's not boring. And speaking of Oklahoma, that is going to take me to the next thing I wanted to share with you guys. So, Father's Day weekend, that Saturday, the 14th, from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., Tulsa Nostalgia Con. We're going to be there. We're going to have a booth. It's going to be awesome. There's going to be some, would you say celebrities? There's going to be some big names showing up, a lot of artists and stuff like that, a lot of TV show people, and a few people that are still in the works that are going to be pretty cool. So you guys aren't going to want to miss that. 12 and under gets in free. Super awesome. Just a fun, cool place to kind of hang out. Sort of like a Comic-Con vibe. So I'm going to link that down below. You guys come check it out. It's going to be awesome. And if there's anybody there that subscribes to the channel here that you want to come say hi, we're going to have a booth there. We're going to be there all day. So come check it out. We'd love to have you guys. Nick, the guy that puts it on, is incredible. So it's going to be awesome. We went to the last thing that they did in October. That was fantastic. And so this is going to become a staple for us. We're super excited. We'd love to have you guys come out and join if you're in the Tulsa, Oklahoma area. So when people drive with dogs in their laps, by the way, so don't do this. But anyway, one thing that you definitely have to do if you're going to quit your job is you have to treat this like a business. A lot of people, it's been a hobby for them, and they think, oh, I love my hobby. I can, just transition. Nah. If you're going to treat it like a business, treat it like a business. That doesn't mean you can't enjoy it anymore. That doesn't mean you can't pick the stuff that you want to pick. That doesn't mean you can't do it exactly how you want to do it. But it's a business. You absolutely have to treat it like a business. Again, a lot of people see the free time, they see the extra money, all that. That's great. If you want to keep it a hobby, keep it a hobby. But if you're going to quit your job and you're going to commit to this, you got to commit to it. It's got to be a business.